Our video for today is about airborne kumara or sweet potato. Can sweet potato make tubers while suspended? Imagine a root crop that refuses to stay underground. Envision a kumara lifted into the air, vines suspended like living cables and tubers, defying the laws of common gardening. If lifting a sweet potato into the atmosphere could encourage it to form storage organs mid-air, what would this mean for farming, space gardening, and urban food systems? The answers may not be what even seasoned growers expect. Establishing the question, the sweet potato is classified botanically as Ipomoea botanica, a tropical perennial that naturally produces tubers underground as a method of carbohydrate storage. These energy-rich organs are responsible for the plant's global culinary significance under normal conditions. Tubers form below the soil line where environmental stress is reduced and humidity, temperature, and oxygen balance are favorable. Elevating the plant into the air defies centuries of agricultural protocol, raising a compelling biological question: will the tuber follow, or will nature refuse to cooperate? Mechanical design of airborne growing. Airborne or vertical Kumara production involves trellising vines upward on frames, fences, or platform systems. The soil boundaries remain contained within pots or beds while the foliage extends through open air. Increased solar exposure, airflow, and spatial separation define the architecture. The system is visually striking and offers advantages in space efficiency and ornamental presentation. Yet the central question remains untested in mainstream agriculture. Can tubers migrate upward when the plant is structurally Now, the scientific and physiological constraints. Biologically, tuber formation in sweet potato requires specific environmental cues. These cues include soil contact, moisture gradients, temperature stability, and physical resistance from surrounding substrate. The plant directs carbohydrate reserves into thickening underground roots rather than forming aerial organs. Without consistent physical soil pressure, tubers have little incentive to develop. Airborne conditions promote foliage growth rather than storage expansion because the plant perceives it as favorable for photosynthetic activity rather than energy hoarding. The personal opinion and agricultural commentary. There is something undeniably poetic about the notion of airborne, Kumara. It suggests rebellious agriculture, as though gardeners were attempting to convince a root crop to reinvent itself. As far-fetched as it may sound, experimental novelty is often how breakthroughs occur. Many innovations once seemed unreasonable until proven feasible, and horticulture thrives on imagination. Still, tubers are stubborn organs, and the plant's evolutionary logic is clear. Store energy underground, survive harsh seasons, and regenerate from below. Outcomes and case observations. Small-scale trials conducted by experimental gardeners demonstrate that while vines flourish and occasionally flower when suspended, tuber formation remains located exclusively within the soil container. No confirmed reports show the development of edible tubers forming along airborne stems without soil contact. In rare cases, thickened root nodules appear near nodes, but they lack the mass, starch density, and morphological structure of true tubers. Such structures are considered juvenile roots rather than marketable storage organs. The reveal of the hook, the provocative vision hinted in the beginning, suggested that could abandon soil and produce tubers in the sky. The reveal is that nature holds firm. Tuber formation demands soil contact and physical resistance. Despite the beauty and productivity of airborne vines, the plant's destiny as an underground storage architect remains unchanged. Final verdict. Based on botanical principles, physiological evidence, and practical trials, airborne cultivation does not enable sweet potato to form marketable tubers suspended in air. It enhances visual spectacle, expands spatial efficiency, and supports vigorous vine growth. But tuber production continues to rely on the terrestrial environment. Airborne systems are best framed as ornamental and educational innovations rather than productivity enhancers for tuber yield. The call to action. If innovation in horticulture excites you, this is only the beginning. Agriculture evolves through curiosity, experimentation, and bold questions that refuse to obey tradition. For growers interested in pushing boundaries, consider testing your own airborne Kumara setups, documenting results and sharing them with a global community of experimental gardeners. Subscribe. Follow and explore more investigations that transform the way we grow food and the way we imagine plants in space.